I have a problem with Lego and Mandalorians, and I think Lego has a problem with Mandalorians, and that's what I want to make this short video today talking about. This is the only time we've ever been able to affordably get Mandalorians, other than when the Mandalorian Warrior came out in this magazine. Anyone would want to collect Mandalorians. However, Lego doesn't want us to for some reason. Lego continuously makes it difficult to collect Mandalorians. We haven't been able to collect Mandalorians easily for over 10 years, since the old Mandalorian Battle Pack, which came with the Death Watch figures.
I think when I recorded that video 8 months ago, I was wrong. If only I could have foreshadowed what was coming. Oh wait. I did. Hello everybody, my name is Davey and welcome to my LEGO channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a review on LEGO Star Wars Set 75373, the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. I'm really excited about this. I made that video about 8 months ago, maybe a bit longer now, where I basically sat there and went, LEGO doesn't give us Mandalorians anymore. The last time we got a Mandalorian pack was all the way back in 2011. You know, we need more Mandalorians to be easily available. And then they just released this battle pack, which came out a little while ago, which is why I'm reviewing it a bit late. Because I just went into the store the other day and it was down from 20 bucks to 15. So I was like, okay, it's on discount now. You know, how can I say no? And yeah, I ended up buying one. So, yeah, I don't have much more to say than that. I saw this was on discount, so I got it. I'm excited for it because I've been saying for ages that we need more Mandalorians. And now I'm going to open it. So let's get on with that. Before I continue this video any further, I want to tell you guys about POGGERS. POGGERS is the hydration formula that keeps me going whenever I'm recording, editing, or even just building LEGO sets. There are 3 different lines: a sleep line, an energy line, and a hydration line. The sleep line includes melatonin to help you get some rest. Meanwhile, the energy line includes caffeine to help you get your energy up. And finally, the hydration line is a caffeine-free version of the energy line. POGGERS flavors are free of any dangerous chemicals and full of the nutrients that you would usually get from your fruit every single day. But if you're one of those people who struggle to eat enough fruit in the day, well, guess what? This can help. It's full of vitamins, it's full of nutrients, and it's absolutely delicious. I end up drinking a lot of this stuff when I'm recording, editing, building, uploading, everything. During the whole YouTube process, I'm always drinking POGGERS, which is why I'm happy to say that I am an affiliate for POGGERS Hydration. If you use code Davey with 4 Ys, not just will you get 10% off your order, but I'll be able to get a commission, which will allow me to keep making these videos for you guys, because LEGO sets are getting more and more expensive, and these videos are henceforth getting more and more expensive. POGGERS main line has a bunch of flavours, including mango, watermelon, blueberry, and of course, my personal favourite, Rocket Pop. I really do love the taste of this, and when you look at the design of the bottle, you can see why POGGERS is already growing so quickly. I would be unsurprised if in the coming years, POGGERS becomes a contender for those biggest lines of energy drinks that you see out there. Gamer Supps, G Fuel, POGGERS, I think they're all going to be big names in the future, and if you want to be part of that growth, then all you have to do is go to poggerslifestyle.com or click my link in the description, and remember to use code Davey to get 10% off. But it gets even better. If you're ordering in the United States, your delivery is free if your order is over $50. And even better is that if you're not in the United States, you don't have to worry. They have a bunch of delivery options, going all the way from the fastest to the cheapest. So you can go for what's most convenient to you, to get the flavors that you want. POGGERS products are good quality, and I wouldn't pitch them to you if I didn't believe they were. So go to the link in the description, use code Davey to support this channel, and get yourself that juicy 10% off, because everybody loves a discount. A special thank you to POGGERS for sponsoring this video, and back to the LEGO. Just opened it, and something that surprises me is that first of all you get these 3 plates that just aren't in a bag, so those could probably just fall out the set. But what surprises me even more is that you only get 2 bags, and they're not numbered, so you open both of them at the same time. Which is really strange to me, because even the mechs have 3 bags. 1 bag for the legs, 1 bag for the torso, and 1 bag for the arms. So to see that this set, which appears bigger than your normal mech, and is definitely more expensive than a mech, has seemingly less pieces, that really threw me off guard. You do get these back in the plastic thing again though, In the magazines, they started not putting these in plastic, but they're back in plastic again, so you don't have to worry about them getting damaged or lost. For reference, I'm holding up the micro binoculars and the antennas and all of that stuff, the helmet accessories. And I finally finished building it, and you know what? I am actually really happy about the set. It looks a lot better than I expected. So, without any further ado, let's just jump into it and talk about it. We're going to talk about the basic build first. I'll put a couple pictures on screen for it, but you've got this cave-like structure of a little doorway. It looks alright. I don't know how I feel about the doorway. I feel like the doorway could have used more detail. They could have added a couple more pieces to the doorway to give it some depth. The lights on the side is a bit strange. They could have put something against it, or they could have put that at a different angle so it looks like buttons. It's just a little bit strange, but I do like the ability to be able to pose people in the air with this little switch you get with the white wire. I do think that's pretty good, and I do like the posability of it, because as you can see, you can wave this thing around as much as you want. You know, you can put someone quite literally wherever you want. I'll stick a guy on it and show you if I can. So you can have your guy up here, you can swing them around there, you can have them higher or lower, or you know, there's a lot of posability for this, and I think that's still really cool. I think it's cool that they've given us the option to be able to do that. And since we're talking about this guy, let's talk about the figures themselves. There's not much more to talk about the actual build itself. You've got a little background there where you hold a little blaster, and you've got this little crate piece that holds some thermal detonators. I was expecting you could fit it in this little gap where the blaster is, but it does not fit very well. You can just about fit it in like that, but then you've got to turn the blaster around so that it sits in properly like that. So it's a pretty cool build. You've got some customizability to it, and it's done a good detail of landscaping. Landscaping is hard to do, whether you're playing Minecraft, whether you're playing with Legos, whatever. Landscaping is always one of the most difficult parts. And I don't think they've done a bad job with the landscaping. It does look like it's a cave wall, which is what I think it's meant to be. To be honest, I didn't really watch this far into The Mandalorian. I didn't enjoy it as much as everyone else, so I stopped watching it. I believe this is from the finale, where you've got all the Imperial stormtroopers fighting the Mandalorians. But since we're talking about all these Mandalorians, let's start with the Imperial Mandalorians, the Mandalorian stormtroopers. I really do like the design of them. I do like the helmet mold. I wasn't too sure on it when I saw it on the box art, but now I've got it in my hand, I think it looks so much better than it does on the box, and I'm really happy about that. The printing is really good. It's nice and clear. You've got clear lines, but I can't exactly tell what half of it is. But again, that might be because I didn't watch the episode they're from. I don't know what it's meant to look like. They have copied what Bootleg will do, and they've put a belt on it which splits at the waist. So you've got the bottom half of the belt on the waist, and you've got the top half of the belt on the torso. So it's a bit weird that they split up the legs like that, but you know what? It works, and it fits together perfectly. Unlike when you get a bootleg, where it might just be a little bit off and it will look terrible. You do get a white gap on the belt, which creates this thin line, which does ruin it a tiny bit, but I can live with that. Now, there is one thing that I don't like about all of these figures. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's a black head. And this goes for every single figure. The male Mandalorian, black head. The female Mandalorian, black head. Every figure in the set just has a black headpiece rather than any kind of face whatsoever. Now, I wouldn't have minded if they just got lazy and did like the old 2014 generic face on every single character, because that would have been better than just a black head on everybody. It looks good if you're looking under the helmet. It looks like they've got that black mask underlay that they keep under their jaw. But you're not going to do that very often. You're more likely to take the helmet off than you are to be looking straight up under it. So I am slightly disappointed by the fact that it's all black heads. But you do get two of these Imperial Mandalorians, or Mandalorian Stormtroopers, whatever you want to call them. You do get two of them, which means that you can use the set to do a bit of army building. Speaking of armies, let's move on to the Mandalorian figures themselves. I do like the fact that we've got these figures because they remind me of the Death Watch colours from the Clone Wars and from the Season 7. And I really enjoyed the idea of the Death Watch Mandalorians. I always wanted to build an army of them, and this really does help go into that army. I think I might have about 20 Mandalorian figures, Death Watch Mandalorians. I've got a couple of the old battle packs, I've got a couple of magazine characters, and now I've got this battle pack to add to it, so I've probably got about 15 or 20. But they do look good. I don't like the pistols, as always. It looks too big. It looks like a big drill. But that's the Mandalorian blaster, and they're sticking with it, and it looks weird to me, but I'll live with it. The blackheads I don't like, but I do like the metallic printing on it. It's a nice reflective colour. It makes it look like it's real metal. The colours are good. The detail is good. They didn't split the belt on this, so you don't have a weird line going between the belt. I think overall, everything that they did with these figures looks a lot better. Moving on to the female Mandalorian. This is pretty similar to the male one, except for you've got slightly different prints on the legs, where it's got these slightly thinner pads rather than the larger ones. And on the chest plate, you do have this more hourglass shape, which is understandable when they're trying to create a feminine body. Besides from that, this figure is pretty much the same, slight different helmet to give it a more female shape. You'll notice that female Mandalorians have these cat eyes at the end of the helmet, while male Mandalorians have a flatter shape. But besides that, it's a metallic colour again. The colours are good, the detail is good, there's no split on the belt. I like it. Just one of the things I don't like is just these black heads. I wish we weren't getting them, but we are. And it's a little bit heartbreaking. I don't usually talk about the magazine because LEGO magazines, they're pretty... I don't usually talk about the magazine because LEGO magazines, they're pretty good, but I'll just quickly flick it open, show you a random page. The instructions are clear, they look good. It's the genuine standard for LEGO. I almost forgot it, you do also get this tiny little turret. It's not a figure, but an accessory. Tiny little turret. You get it in a lot of sets now. It just feels like an easy way to throw in an extra couple pieces. Don't like it, don't dislike it, kind of just mediocre. So what's my overall thoughts of this set? I think it's a good value considering that in a lot of places it's discounted from $20 to $15. If you see it on that $15 discount, it's absolutely worth picking up. If it's on the $20 price, it kind of just comes down to you, but I think the figures are good, I think the build looks good. I think this is overall a pretty good set, so let me know what you think in the comments below. If you own this set, tell me your thoughts, and if you don't own it and you've only watched this video, still, tell me your thoughts. I still love to hear what people think when they talk about LEGO on this channel, and I'd love to see the discussions going on about what different people think about different sets. But otherwise, I'm going to end off this video, so thank you very much for watching, and please remember to go to POGGERSlifestyle.com and use code DAVEY for 10% off. It supports the channel, and it helps me to make these silly videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.